seperti yang saya sebut semalam, kerana kita tak ada vaksin, apa kita boleh buat? Vaksin pun tak akan cukup. But yesterday at our meeting with Dr. Liu Campbell, I think he understood the constraints and the risks that we face. I think you were present yesterday, and that's why we are willing to consider alternative methods such as mass vaccination. He has made available 40,000 vaccines, but of course we have to get prior approval from Putrajaya, and he's seeing the Putrajaya Director General in Putrajaya. He's seeing the Director General of the Veterinary Services Department, in order to secure that approval. Now we hope that the animal rights groups can come forward and offer manpower and other support so that we can also make the plans and the proposals from Dr. Liu Campbell and the World Veterinary Services a reality. To make it happen, it's just not the vaccines. Vaccines you go to Putrajaya to get approvals, but also from the animal activists has personnel, has manpower and trained manpower so that they can do the job required. At the same time, government resources can only do so much. So we hope that whilst they are complaining, perhaps they can also take concrete action by offering their services to these animal activists. And it's under Lim Li Lian. She's from SOS, is it? Yeah, SOS. You can contact her, and let's have a rational solution, not just based on emotion or irrational emotion, which does not help to protect human lives. Our priority is human lives and pet dogs. Okay, any questions before I go to the second item?
Yeah, yesterday their meeting between Dr. Liu and dog lover. Some of the dog lover they are afraid that in 6 months time when the WBS coming to Penang, they are afraid that all the stray dogs is killed by the state government. So they are comment about this.
So far, I think we have because we use a very humane method. We do it by tranquilizer dart. It's going to take some time, and our progress is much slower compared to Kedah and Perlis. Because as I said, we use a humane method of culling, and this culling is done by government officers. We don't cull for profit, as what it was done in the past. In the past, even though there are no rabies, they want to make money, so they pay 80 ringgit per dog that is culled. Here we don't pay. So we use a tranquilizer method, whereas in the past, they don't use tranquilizer, they use shotgun and all that. So that's why they can get 6,054 dogs, and they earn 484,000 ringgit. But for us, we use the government servants. That's why one of our government servants, Inche Prabagan, hospital, we use the humane method. Kita tak ada guna senapang, tak ada peluru, tak ada kan. Kita gunakan itu suntikan. And that's why from that humane method to do the culling. So please emphasize this is humane method, not by bullets or by shotgun. Let us deal with facts. Let us deal with human lives. I regret that they have continued to spew lies, to tell lies that I eat dog meat. We trade in dog meat. I think this is just completely irrational. And at the same time, they should accept the fact that human lives are more important. If they cannot accept that, I got nothing more to say. So kerajaan negeri ialah nyawa manusia lagi penting. Kalau mereka tak boleh terima ini, saya pun tak boleh buat apa. Tanggungjawab saya adalah kepada bapa, adik Umar Husairi, kepada keluarga Encik Prabagan dan juga keluarga Encik Lee Kam Chai. So Mr. Lee 了免费了啊。 那做政府人嘅責任是愛照顧人民人民關係比較重要。Okay, any other questions? So we hope that if they want to shorten the period, then they should come forward, including funds. Those who claim they got so much funds, why don't they make the funds available? If you can have that, there's one NGO who said they have collected 400,000. Why don't you take the money and you can even put it in trust to the state government and keep it until we can use it for this effort for mass vaccination. So those who make claims, who have collected money, we want to see where is the money. You can always also give the money to the state government if you so wish, or to those NGOs which are assisting the state government to find a rational solution, such as the World Veterinary Services. They have offered 40,000 vaccines free. And we hope that if they can get approval, we can start their mass vaccination program of stray dogs. Yes.
This vaccine, it takes time to be approved because it's experimental, because it's not
No, it's not experimental.
Okay.
It's not experimental, but it is just not in the list provided by the Putrajaya. This vaccine is produced by Merck, M-E-R-C-K, sanctioned by the FDA of America. The sanction of FDA of America, you should know that it's
not in the health ministry.
it just happened not to be in the list. So they have to go through the procedures and evaluation to get it approved so they can be imported inside.
Understand. There is the Penang Animal Sanctuary Society, or PASS, where there was supposed to be a sanctuary in Berlau to house 1,000 dogs since 8 years ago. We get an update on the.
Can you talk to YB Chow on this? I think he has already answered. So can you please talk to YB Chow on this? He has answered this question before.
Yeah.
So can you please talk to him? I think like yesterday's discussion when we were talking to experts, that's what we want, talk to experts and talk to rational animal NGO groups who don't make false aggregations like you want to do culling because you like to eat dog meat lah, or you trade with dog meat lah.
Your
Incredible.
page is dog's dinner. I follow it.
But the public support is still overwhelming.
Public support
Overwhelming. For what the
culling.
government is doing.
For culling.
No, for what the government is doing, because now it's culling and vaccination. But we cannot do vaccination when we don't have enough vaccines. So, but of course, if we have to, but even if we have to lose public support over this, we have no choice. Because our priority, our duty as a public official is to look after human lives, to take care of public health. So I know that I've been subject to severe attacks, which I don't understand. Police and Kedah have done it. They don't get any criticism. And they don't even bother to meet the NGOs. Here, we are meeting the NGOs, we get criticized. They can even demonstrate every day. But in Perlis and Kedah, not a single demonstration. And more dogs are caught there than in Penang. But not one single demonstration. Why? Because we are softer. Whereas in Perlis and Kedah, they are so much harder. And then they know who to bully. Who to bully, where to bully.
So
But we have to accept that.
There's no truth to the strangling of puppies, gunshots being heard
No,
in Honsing Estate.
No,
Yeah, that Dr. Afif is
utter
right.
nonsense. You can only say that it's a lie. There's no such thing. I myself have gone down and see how the operation is conducted. It's in a humane manner, and we receive overwhelming support on the side by the public who's been overlooking the process. They even can come up to me and say that we've been facing this problem, stray dog problem for so many years. are the response that we get. But that's not our motivation. Our motivation is to protect the public health and also the healthy dog population that we have in Penang. This is the main aim. Our target is that to stop this rabies from continue spreading and causing an epidemic and later on become an endemic thing in Malaysia. We can't afford to have that because we've been fighting rabies for so many years and we've been declared free of rabies in 1999. We can't afford to have that again. And if you look back at history, I think most of our readers have not looking back at the history how rabies been controlled before, how the culling has been done before. We've gone beyond that. We have progressed to a stage where it's a more humane manner, it's more a strategic manner, and also I don't see why this effort has been receiving a lot of criticism just because of Penang implementing it, whereas Perlis and Kedah has implemented it much earlier than us. So and whatever has been posted on social media, I mean social media being social media, everyone can post everything, but I think we are not that cruel and inhumane, I would say.
This one is only in Penang. We only speak for Penang. We cannot speak for Perlis and Kedah. I want to stress that. So if you want to say that, it's done in Perlis and Kedah, I don't know. That's not our responsibility. We are only responsible for what happened in Penang. In Penang, it didn't happen. So now it's that's all.
And I think we already even instructed our officers on the ground. If let's say they encounter any dogs with license tag, they're not supposed to even if they catch the dog, they have to bring them to pound and quarantine it, not to cull. We've already instructed them. But I think the very order that been signed by Chief Minister is that it's the responsible of dog owners to keep their dog inside. This is very important. Even if let's say we found outside, we catch that we have to quarantine it for 14 days. We have limited spaces. So because we have to monitor. Within 14 days we'll be able to monitor whether these dogs has developed any rabies symptoms or not. So I think what is important to educate the public is that whoever owns a dog, who has a dog, please keep them inside in their compound. Make sure they have no contact with other wild animals, not only dogs, other wild animals, bats, squirrel, anything that might be able to transmit also these viruses to them. So I think that's important for Penangites who has dogs and pets to keep inside, and if they want to bring outside, please use leash. And I've seen that quite this past 1 week when I go to some of the parks. I see more people are bringing dogs with leash now. So it looks like in overseas already.
Any other questions?
Now it's tranquilizer dart followed by a jab. The current procedure.
Yes.
Tranquilizer dart followed by a jab.
Any other
Jab.
questions?
Jab not by medication. Jab not by pisau.
No, I mean the injection lah.
Yes.
Injection lah.
Dr. Afif very technical now. Just to make sure. And we have together with us also Dr. Sarawasti, Rina Rai. Rina Rai, she's from the hospital of CDC of infectious diseases, isn't it? This is kawalan penyakit berjangkit on the Penang GH. State Health Department, sorry. Right, State Health Department, the Center for Disease Control. So this basically deals with infectious diseases. So actually the state government is actually mobilizing this machinery to protect the health of our citizens. And we are very hopeful that we can contain the rabies. So far only 3 confirmed cases, but still we don't know about those other bites where you could not capture the stray dog. So until we can make sure that there is no bites, at least where there's no stray dog, I think we can, then we will know that at least we have won the battle. but we are hopeful so far. Even for that bite that I think Dr. Afif mentioned just now, the one admitted from 20 to 23rd, she was also given the immunoglobulin. She was given she was covered against the human anti-rabies vaccine. So that one, I think we have adequate supplies. It's a dog rabies vaccines that we have run out.
If I could add, I think just to give some insight to the process that has been starting from, I think on the 14th of September until now. I think culling is just one part of the whole process of controlling rabies in Penang and also even in other states. Culling is just one part. The other main part, which is the main part, is the vaccination, which unfortunately because of the surge of demands in Perlis and Kedah before, we have a shortage of supply. But that is being replenished. I think even the minister came out and saying that more vaccines will be coming in by the federal ministry. The other thing is about education, healthcare awareness, and also public awareness, creating public awareness about rabies, which we've conducted since on the 14th. Until now, more than 200 over sessions, talk sessions, and also education session to general public, to public agencies, to government agencies, to our committees, JKKK, all has been called and has been a briefing has been given on rabies. And this is where that I see there's a need, a much more needed commitment and also involvement with the public and also NGOs, where we could come down and educate the general public about the prevention of getting a dog bite, and also what you have to do if you encounter a dog being bitten, and to prevent rabies from infecting yourself. So these are the things that I think probably more NGOs should come in and help us in educating the public about rabies. So, but as of now, I don't see much more is being conducted by our State Health Department and also our veterinary unit on this education on rabies. Even I think our health department also have conducted a lot of CMEs to our doctors to come on board and also to learn about rabies, because we haven't seen this for quite some time. I think 1999 was the last case in Penang. So everyone needs some.
Not in Penang, in Kedah.
In Kedah.
Penang, the last case in Penang was 80s.
98, if I'm not
98.
So we need some refreshment on this
That's
matter.
human or
So
dogs?
human.
Human.
In dogs first.
In dogs.
Then
Like, but dogs was 98 also.
So these are the things I think the
17 years.
methods and the whole process of eradicating rabies and eliminating it. We are not just controlling it, we want to eliminate it and eradicate all rabies infection, not only in human population, but especially in the dog population.
Any theories on how the dog managed to cross the ferry from Kedah and come to the island?
So many theories. We feel, but we strongly feel that it's human factor who has brought the dogs to Penang Island. Unlikely it can swim through the channel and also go through the
That's what a lot of people ask.
go through the bridge. Go through the bridge. I don't think so.
Dr. Afif, maybe in the future there'll be a proposal for all pets and dogs to be vaccinated against rabies. Maybe in the future, maybe the state government would like to consider.
Based on this order that we've signed, state government, chief minister has signed and that we've implemented. Based on that order, all dogs must be vaccinated with rabies vaccine. Based on that order, until prior notice from DVS and also their advice, because I think there's few things, features that a state or a country have to have in order to be declared as a rabies-free country. And I think yesterday, Luke Gamble shared quite a good map showing that out of all the Red Sea, the only isolated country that doesn't have rabies is Malaysia and Singapore. So it's a challenging thing to do. It's not easy. But the state policy, based on that order, every dog must be vaccinated